You wanna know what I think the worst thing is that the internet's doing to people right now? It's leading everybody to believe that everybody else is an idiot, especially people that disagree with them. Everybody's first reaction to somebody that disagrees with them is like, oh, you're an idiot. It's like, actually, the vast majority of people aren't idiots. They just either are coming from a different background, have a different belief system, have different reasons, have different, like, it's a whole variety of things. Assuming that somebody else is an idiot, especially when they're professional in their field, is like the worst mistake one person can make. And if everybody stopped just immediately claiming everybody else is an idiot, I think the world would be a better place.
There is no one who would dispute that the king of custom motorcycles is Arlen Ness. For the past 30 years, he's been designing and building bikes which are completely different than anyone else's. Take nostalgia, Arlen's homage to the 1957 Chevrolet. Following in Arlen's path, but carving a lane of his own, is his son Corey, shown here on his cobalt blue creation, Curvaceousness. Corey built his first bike when he was only 15 years old, and he hasn't looked back since. Arlen Ness is not only the most innovative bike builder in the world, he's also the most successful. Arlen Ness Motorcycles has grown from a storefront shop in 1971 to a multi-million-dollar industry. But now, the challenge of the century, the face-off between legendary father and his fast-becoming a legend son. To begin his contest bike, Arlen need only search the shelves of his vast parts warehouse. He selects a Ness custom frame called Y2K. For over 30 years, Arlen Ness has stunned the world with bikes such as Big Red, Sportness, and Smoothness. But today, Arlen's going to have to build a custom scoot like nothing he's ever built before.
The bike, I'm going to make it a real short fender. I'm making it really aggressive looking. This is Wayne here, one of our main guys. This is our Y2K frame. We like real well because it's rubber mounted.
Arlen customized his first bike in 1957 at age 18. Now he's
64 now. Oh, a little happy to be above ground.
We're standing here really where this industry started, and that's in the Ness domain. And we're here with Arlen, Zach, and Corey. It's the family Ness. And Arlen, I got to ask you, you started in the 60s, you're in Northern California, and you thought what?
Yeah, just always wanted a motorcycle, and I didn't get one until I was probably 24 or something like that, and just loved it, and so been doing it ever since.
And in doing it ever since, I mean, what was it that drove you, and what continues to drive you?
Well, working on them. I always liked working with my hands. Before I had a motorcycle, I had some hot rods and things like that. But the motorcycles are so much fun to ride, and meeting all the people. Of course, it was different back in the early 60s. Couldn't go a lot of places on your motorcycle and get served or stuff. But it was fun working on them, making parts, because there wasn't nothing to buy in those days.
You just said something I haven't heard before. If you were riding a bike back then, you didn't get served?
Yeah, it served a lot of restaurants, and you couldn't stay in motels. And
I am your video fortune teller. When the fortunes start rolling, hit pause on your remote or VCR, and I'll tell you what it is you should be afraid of. I know what scares you now.
people call me negative. They don't like my frown. They all try to cheer me up, but I'm down with being down. I know what you're thinking. He's a genius, 'cause I am, 'cause I'm cranky. I got my finger on the beat, yeah, I'm cranky. The oldest, wisest ape you'll ever meet. For example, you come to see the most prized possession on the entire island. Who do you come to see? Me. Well, now that we got that straight, give your eyeballs a swing over there. It's magical. It's mysterious. It's the 8.5 wonder of the world, the crystal coconut. This is no ordinary crystal. It's a fortune teller, a teleporter, a power supplier, and a wish fulfiller. In other words, whoever's got the coconut rules. Step right up and take a closer look. The crystal will explain it all. That's Donkey Kong, the strongest, brawniest, hippest ape in all of Congo Bongo. Our protector and future king. Got a lot of muscle mass, but not so much brain mass. But he is the Bongo Biggie, the top banana that can keep the crystal coconut safe and sound and out of the wrong claws. Whose claws? That slimy, scaly, foul-breathed lizard, King K. Rool, professional bad guy. The big daddy of evil. Carroll, he's here. The big fat guy.
Never interfere. This task brings me great joy and great sorrow.
Norin Rad. I knew I would find you here.
Think of the courage our ancestors had, Shalabab. To leave Zenla and soar out into the unknown.
We have had no need for space travel since the Enlightenment. We know that the path to peace and harmony lies within our own souls. Beings from all over the universe come here to learn our ways.
And yet never have I felt either peace or harmony within me. Instead, I am driven by dreams of other places.
But your place is here. There are even those who say that you will be the next master.
How can I become master of Zenla, Shalabab, when I cannot even be master over myself?
I believe in you, my love. Whatever happens, I will be at your side.
The cream and the scroll.
Never before have their soldiers come to Zenla. What can this mean?
Allow me to present our newest students, Captain Kalek of the Kree Empire and Commander Husserl of the Skrull Confederation.
My crew and I are honored to be accepted in your academy, Master.
My crew and I are more honored, especially since we were accepted first.
There is neither first nor last on Zenla. Defying your leaders, you have bravely chosen to come to us in peace and take the first step towards stopping the strife between your cultures.
If these are the peaceful ones, I would hate to see the warlike members of their kind.
Norin Rad, would you demonstrate the true importance of weapons here on Zenla?
Find our world unlike any to which you have ever been.
Oh? Perhaps someday you can tell me about all your travels.
People of Zenla.
I have seen him before.
at the massacre of the Horseshoe Nebula.
Yes, my Nest brother perished there. It was a dark day for both sides.
I sensed your presence, Watcher. You are in pain.
Do not take another step.
Huh? Makoto!
What are you doing here? Fools! I told you before, everything is predetermined. I already knew you would be coming here tonight.
Again with that stuff? Your routine getting old, Makoto.
I bet someone just saw us heading for the mine and told you, right?
Huh? How dare you?
Hit the nail on the head, did I?
Impertinent youth! Silence! I also knew that you were plotting my assassination here.
Assassination? Please, you could at least try to come up with something a little convincing. Well put.
Pardon me, Secretary, but I have to admit I'm still not sure about this. Are you really sure they're plotting to assassinate you?
What are you saying? Do you really doubt my word? The word of a chapter secretary of the Order?
Gilliam, don't be fooled. He's using his position in the Order to line his own pockets.
What?
The proof is right here in this mine. He's the one you should be arresting, not us.
Don't listen to them. They are fabricating a story to try and save themselves.
Huh, fabricating? You're the expert on fabricating stories around here with those prophecies of yours.
Silence, all of you. Seize them. Use force if necessary.
But...
Now!
Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
Programs. Now this requires you to gauge yourself, huh? Are you a person that can drop what you're doing to help the next person, even if you don't know them and you don't even know if that will add anything to your life? Or are you the person that says, oh, I'm late for prayer, so, you know, I'd have loved to help you. You know, sometimes you see even children crossing the road and they're like, oh, I hope that child crosses, you know, without being knocked down. But did you ever stop to cross that child the road? Put priority on people above programs. Draw the portrait of your desired future in such a way that you're helping to bring somebody up. A bit of old English, but the last sentence is this. And I took the one less traveled by, and it has made all the difference. In life, you don't need to follow the road that everybody else has taken. Take the road that has not been trodden. Full of grass, no path, and be a trailblazer. God bless you all.
I just want to take this time to personally say thank you. Why? Because the things you've taught us today about knowing yourself, you know, that's not a common thing. When you ask a person who you are, like truly, it will be a difficult question. And to make us think, critically reflect on our lives as individuals. Because if we know ourselves, we can move forward. We can't move forward without being happy with who we are now, without accepting it, without loving it. So thank you so much. Thank you.
My first guest tonight is a sensational performer. She's going to be appearing with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra on August the 4th in Concord, California, and on August the 5th in Palo Alto. And from the 28th of August through September 2nd, she'll be performing with Peter Nero at the Drury Lane Theaters in Chicago. She's a stunning-looking lady, too. Would you welcome Miss Diahann Carroll?
only me, crazy in a way that no one else could be. I would have given everything I own if someone would have said, you're not alone. All the time I thought I was wrong.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Inazma Studios channel here on YouTube. Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome back to Blurred It Out. I'm your host, Adrian Johnson, and on this episode, I wanted to pay homage to the unsung master cartoonist, at least for me, Ernie Colón. He's going to be 87 years old this year. 87 years old. He's been in the business for over seemingly 4 decades, 40 years doing this thing. And, you know, with him, he's done some of everything. You know, not only is he just a penciler, but he's also been an inker, a colorist, a letter editor. So the only thing he really has not done is publish the things, you know, but he's been there. He's run the full gamut. So if there's anyone who knows what it takes to be a working cartoonist, it would be Colón. He also joins, I guess you would call it a pantheon of artists who, you know, were working well into advanced age. You know, artists such as Jean Giraud, Mobius, Richard Corbin, Will Eisner. These are all artists who were working well into their 70s and even 80s. And with Colón, the fact is made even more clearer still is by him working mostly digitally these days. And that's something that artists like Jean Giraud and Richard Corbin also did, even for their age. So, you know, art making knows no limits, you know, and for him to be working digitally is really cool, as you can check out in this clip.
This is where I do all my drawing, which I do on the computer. I don't use paper anymore. Were this paper, this would be such a pain in the neck to move and paste down. Technologically, we're cooking here. You're into computers? How old are you anyway? You know, that kind of thing. I never imagined that I would be drawing without paper. Just the other day, I got the eraser here on the computer, and I erased something that was on the screen, and I blew on it, which I had never done before.
What made y'all pick this car right here? Like the year before that, in '62, was you driving for Ray then? I know you won Daytona in '60 in that '59 Chevrolet.
Yeah. No, I wasn't driving for Ray. I was driving for Holly Farms.
Okay. For Rex and them.
Rex and them.
Yeah.
And then Chevrolet come in and made us a deal that we could run as a factory car.
Okay.
And they did smoke a unit the same way. So we wanted to run with Ray Fox because he was one of the best engine builders there was in the sport, and Holly Farms agreed to sponsor the car, and Chevrolet was giving us all the parts and going to back us all year. But about 2 weeks into the whole conglomerate thing, Chevrolet pulled out before we even got to the racetrack.
But you had the cars.
We had the cars.
Okay.
But in the motors, that's the two things that we really need to run. And the motors are really a exotic motor. It's a short stroke, big bore Chevrolet engine, and General Motors has always been addicted to, small bores and big strokes.
Okay.
But this is opposite, and it's was about 700 or 800 horsepower back in them days.
Wow. Y'all built?
Well, I was up here with two, now by myself. I've come along with a lot of people that I've had, things that didn't go right between us and stuff like that. But talking about Bill Jr., me and him was every week we was in a clash or something or other. Then when that was over with, we was the best friends you ever been with anybody. He'd invite you to go out to get a sandwich or something or other. But I have to say that what he meant to the sport and what he brought to the table, it didn't make no difference if you was right or wrong. It was his way. And he didn't try to make you believe what he thought. He'd just tell you what he wasn't going to do this, or he wasn't going to do that, or he would do it, and stuff like that. Big Bill, I always had a good relationship with him also. In fact, I've had relationships where I would tell him that I'd hear somebody was wanting to get into racing and stuff of that nature and sponsor, the races and stuff, and I'd tell him about it, and he'd go get them. And I was all time dealing with the motor companies, and he needed the motor companies in the sport. If I got into them where I could get stuff to do what I need to do to race, I'd tell him he needed to go court them a little bit and bring the whole thing in. And we did that on several people. Ford, General Moters. I never did work with Chrysler. That was Richard Petty's.
What are you doing here? Well, I have been hiding out in the patio until the Franklins left so I could come in and ask you, Angela, what the hell were they doing here?
Well, I just wanted to...
Mona, you should have seen her. She told the old geezer, dummy up. If a man could date someone younger, so could a woman. She was great.
But she's not a woman. She's my mother. I still think what you're doing is irresponsible.
Listen, Angela, when you were growing up, I didn't always agree with your decisions, but I did always try to support you.
Mother, I just can't say it's okay if I don't think that it is.
Well, I like him, and I'm dating him no matter what you think.
You've been promoted. It's your mother, isn't it? Pulling strings again.
Sam, it's time for you to grow up and accept responsibility. Your poor father would be appalled at your lack of promotion.
Mother, I just wish you would stop interfering. I don't want promotion. I'm happy where I am.
No, you're not. Jack Lint is a lesson to you. He doesn't have your brains, but he's got the ambition. You haven't got the ambition. Luckily, you've got me and the deputy minister. Mr. Helpman was very close to your father.
Please, Mrs. Lowry, don't get upset. Mr. Lowry, please wait in reception. You're giving her wrinkles.
You see?
God. Just try and relax, Mrs. Lowry. I'll make you 20 years younger.
Oh, Dr. Jaffe, you are a genius. Would you like to be Surgeon General? I know simply everybody.
Well, they won't know you when I've finished with you. First, we remove the excess derma. So, now the flaccid tissues under the eyes, now the forehead. See? Now, I lift the wrinkles and the worry lines right up into the wig, into the hairline. Now the template. There, now a bit of sticky. So. And already she's twice as beautiful as she was before. Voila!
The only guy strong enough to fix that road is Big Al.
Lizzie, Big Al left like 15 years ago.
Then why are you bringing him up, you lemon?
We're gonna be going now, okay?
A little something to remember us by.
Okay. Come back soon, okay? I mean, you know where we are. Tell your friends.
Okay, yes, you bet.
Thanks again, folks. Bye-bye now.
Hey, Luigi, this new road makes your place look like a dump.
That crazy old devil woman. She's right.
A Amarillo, a Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingsman, Moscow, San Bernardino, Montague.
Hey, is it getting dark out?
What? What did he say?
Let me say that again. Is it getting dark out?
Now, what was I supposed to do after that?
Life could be a dream, life could be a dream. Shaboom. Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream. Sweetheart, hello, hello again. Shaboom, and open we'll meet again. Boom.
Shall we cruise?
Oh, thank you, dear. I'd love to.
No. Lizzie!
I remember when Stanley first asked me to take a drive with him.
Hello.
Don't be nervous.
I'm not nervous.
I am. You know my mom.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Huxtable.
Hello, David. And this is my dad, Dr. Huxtable.
It's very nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you, David.
I understand you're a big fan of Tony Taylor?
Oh, yeah, Tony Cleanhead Taylor, yeah.
Well, do you have this one?
Tony Cleanhead Taylor live at the Bohemian Caverns.
I thought you might like to borrow and make a tape of it.
Well, thank you very much. I think I'll play this right now. Tony Cleanhead Taylor.
Mom, why don't I help you in the kitchen?
I mean, Taylor, he did things then that people today still can't understand.
Nobody can touch him, huh?
Hey, David!
Hey, Theo.
Dad, what's this? That's Tony Cleanhead Taylor. He's a genius.
A genius at what? Man, you like this stuff?
Just give it a chance, Theo.
Hey, did I ask you to turn the music off?
No.
But you turned the music off.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if you asked me to turn the music off?
Dad, can I turn the music off?
Yes.
Thank you.
My socks?
Don't be embarrassed. I do it myself sometimes.
I'm not embarrassed. To me, matched socks is just a rule of society that doesn't make sense.
So, you did that on purpose?
Absolutely. I never match my socks.
You know, I listened to Taylor all through college.
What college you go to, sir?
Went to Hillman. How about yourself? Any thoughts of college?
Well, I've already gotten into Harvard, Vanderbilt, Stanford, and Duke.
You go over by him. You've applied to some fine schools.
Well, I haven't applied, Dr. Huxtable. They came to me.
And what school are you going to choose?
I'm not. see, I'm not going because, frankly, Dr. Huxtable, I don't believe in grades.
You too?
Man, I didn't hit a kid with a car. This is New York City. I take the subway everywhere or I walk. I don't even drive.
Isn't that Kristoff St. John?
Yep.
That's not him.
That guy? Is this guy?
I'm telling you, it's not him. I must have been nervous.
Take another look.
Kristoff St. John didn't hit me.
Yeah, he's right. That's not him.
Well, I thought you said you didn't see anything.
Yeah, dummy. Oh, now that I think about it, it's kind of all coming back. As I came around the corner, I think I might have caught a glimpse of the driver.
Well, let's get you with the sketch artist.
Jesse from All My Children, you're next.
So, does this mean that Kristoff St. John is innocent?
I'm afraid so.
Move out of my way, man. Kristoff! Can I get your autograph? I am your biggest fan.
Hey, man, would you watch where you're going?
Me? Why don't you watch where you're going, young lady?
I was watching, but you was just a blur coming around that corner. Now, what's your hurry?
I have a meeting to go to.
Oh, really? Well, I used to have a whole day's work of mail that was very organized until you came racing around the corner.
Huh.
Well, are you gonna help me pick it up? Or are you gonna stand there with your mouth hanging open?
Who are you?
I'm Drusilla Barber. I work here.
I've never seen you here before.
Well, I'm not surprised. You don't look where you're going. You don't look, period.
All right, I'll help, but I only got a couple of minutes. Come on.
Oh, lucky me.
You know, I want you to know that I'm going to be late because of you.
I'm sure the meeting will be just fine without you.
Mr. Abbott called this meeting.
You and Mr. Abbott are very tight.
Right, and I play squash with Jack Abbott a couple nights a week. Well, that looks like it's it. Maybe we'll run into each other again sometime.
Whoa. You're really going to John Abbott's meeting?
Yes, but I'm not that late. I'd just like to be the first one there.
You don't want to miss the donuts, you mean?
I'm trying to make a good impression.
Yeah, me too. Hey, maybe you could help me out with something.
Help you out, huh? How?
Do you know how to slow dance?
Yeah, you mean like cheek to cheek?
Yeah, like they do in the movies.
Well, sure, but, you know, I'd rather jam.
Well, maybe you could help me out with something.
Like what?
Be my boyfriend tonight?
Oh, are you coming on to me?
Oh, man, would you get past yourself? I'm trying to ask you to do me a favor.
What kind of favor?
I can't explain right now, okay? But I do need you to take me out dancing. It's important, man. My future could depend on this.
Wait a minute, let me get this straight. You want me to take you out tonight?
Yeah. Is it a deal or no?
Dutch?
No, man. Slow dance in American style.
No. I mean, we both pay our own way. Dutch.
Don't worry about that. The other people that are going with us, he'll pick up the tab.
So this is a double date then?
Yeah, but that's no problem. We just have to be tight, you know? Like we've been going out for weeks.
Oh, weeks, huh?
Yeah, and you're gonna be crazy about me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really dig me. You're gonna be making passes at me all night long. We gotta make it look real.
Oh, okay. I get it. You're trying to make this other guy jealous, right?
No, that ain't such a bad idea either. But the thing of it is that I told him I had this guy that really digs me and wants to take me out slow dancing.
Only
and
he doesn't believe there is another guy.
He will now. Honey, you're it. Oh, are you gonna help me out or what?
Well, since we're so hot and heavy, I guess I don't have it.
I knew you wasn't gonna let me down. Do you know how to slow dance?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I can handle it.
Show Mama the goods. Put down the briefcase. Let's go.
Mama, the good... What, here right now?
Nobody's watching, and tonight is too important for me to be taking any chances.
God.
That's good. You're doing okay. Okay, now you gotta hold me close. You gotta hold me close. Make it look real. There it is.
Yeah, I feel completely ridiculous here, you know that?
Okay, you'll do.
Oh, gee, thanks. That's very kind. So tell me, what time does this performance begin?
8 o'clock sharp, so meet me at Gina's. You know where that is?
Yeah, I know.
You'll be there?
I don't know why, but I'll be there.
Hey, what's your name?
Neil. Neil Winters.
Okay, 8 o'clock sharp, Mr. Neil Winters. Thank you.
Nuorukainen, 18-vuotias jyväskyläläinen nyt siellä tornissa. Tänä vuonna ja viime vuonna hän voitti Isonmäen Suomen mestaruuden. Mäkiviikolla oli Oberstdorfissa ykkönen ja Matille peukut pystyyn. Rämäpää ilmassa, liitää ja liitää pitkälle. Kyllä Nykänen on taistelemassa maailman mestaruudesta siinä kuin täällä joku muukin. Nykänen saa pisteitä heti 18,5, hyvin tasaiset pisteet, 108,5 metriä, Nykänen menee johtoon. Upea hyppy. Hän saa siinä vilpittömät onnittelut, 132,9 pistettä, Matti Nykänen johtaa kilpailua.
Miltä nyt tuntuu hypätä tällaisessa sumussa?
Se on, että säkki päässä hyppää sen kuin talon katolta, että ei sinä näe mitään oikeasti.
Näin on rännissä jo Olav Hansson, Norja ensimmäisen kierroksen jälkeen toisena. Painaa tyylikkäästi ja painaa pitkälle, mutta ei nähdäkseni 100 metriä, ei aivan. 99,5 metriä ja suomalaisittain tilanne vaikuttaa tämän hypyn jälkeen kohtuullisen mukavalle. 255,1 pistettä Norjan Olav Hanssonille ja nyt kaikki peukut pystyyn. Nyt tarvitaan tuollainen 101-metrinen hyppy. Ensimmäisellään loistavasti 108,5 metriä teki Jyväskylän hiihtoseuran nuori tulokas. 132,9 pistettä ensimmäisen kierroksen johtopistemäärä. 10 000-päinen yleisö Holmenkollenin kisamontussa kuulee kuuluttajan kuulutuksen ja puhkeaa raikuviin suosionosoituksiin. Matti, viimeiset huolelliset valmistautumiset ja niin on Matti Nykänen rinteessä. Maailmanmestaruus saattaa ratketa tähän hyppyyn. Se ratkeaa. Tyyliä on, pituutta on ja Matti on mestari melkoisella varmuudella. 102,5 metriä täytyy riittää. Tuomareilta tulee 1,17, se putoaa pois. Immonen antaa hienosti 18,5 ja niin antaa ranskalainenkin 257,9 pistettä. Nykänen on maailmanmestari.
Sinä olet menossa tuonne kuninkaan kättelyyn. Minkälaisella puristuksella otat kuningas Olaviin otetta?
Aika lujalla. Tiukasti.
Nykänen. Näin on kerrottu, että siellä Jyväskylän kaupungin hallituksessa on tehty vakavissaan esitys, että Jyväskylän nimi muutettaisiin Nykäskaupungiksi. Matin erittäjä tähän ei nyt kannata kelata. Hän hyppäsi 111,5 metriä. Nyt on Ingo Lesserin mäkiennätys 115,5 metriä kyllä vaarassa. Aloittaako Matti tässä nyt kolmannen kultamitalin haun henkilökohtaisessa kilpailussa? Hän voitti siinä Sarajevossa tämän komea hyppy. Tyyliä on, vähän oikea käsi pelaa ja uusi mäkiennätys on tosiasia. Ainakin aivan siinä rajoilla on tuo Matin hyppy. Hän menee kirkkaasti johtoon. Suomen liput liehuvat täällä aurinkoisessa säässä. 118,5 metriä.
En tiedä, minkä verran Nykänen on tietoinen tuolla mäenharjalla tilanteesta, mutta Olen varma, että hän panee kaiken sittenkin peliin. Nyt tulee Matti Nykänen, viimeinen hyppy, 90. Kulta tulee Suomeen. Se tuli sillä hypyllä, sillä tuo 100 metriä rikkoutuu ja Suomi on voittanut, Nykänen on voittanut. Suurenmäen kulta tulee Suomeen, 107 metriä, mahtava suoritus, ylivoimainen voitto ja näin Matti Nykäsestä tulee kaikkien aikojen.
Kotka, nyt vain häkkilintu. Näin joskus elämässä lento katkeaa. Ennen mäkikotka, nyt vain häkkilintu. Tulika etunojaan poika ratkeaa. Sukset meni ristiin. Lentoranttaliksi, tuomariston pisteet muuttui kuukausiksi. On Katolakin mäki, vaan ei suuren suuri. Hey, let's do it! Hey, get down. When the kids in town. The kid's so fly, that notorious guy.
You bet your ass I am. It was a Tuesday morning. I was in bed watching the Tube with Puss. You know, Puss, ever since Charlie's Angels, I've wanted to get a how do you do from Lucy Liu.
I'm not Lucy Liu.
Yeah, but you're every bit as beautiful as Lucy Liu. Ba Yu Bing, I ring, I shishien.
Ah, Evans, you so sweet.
Yeah, sweet and sour, baby. Puss, I can say you take my breath away in 67 languages. Damn it, except for Dutch. I'll get it, Puss. Evan's here.
Evans, you promised I'd have a chance to exercise my acting chops. Well, I read the script, and it sucks.
It was just a first draft, baby. Believe me, you'll be able to stretch. You're the best. Who is this?
It's Sharon Stone, and I'm out of your stupid movie. I'm an actress, goddammit! I've won a Golden Globe!
Goddamn Golden Globes. You know who picks a puss? 6 Polacks sitting around a table at the Warsaw Cafe, gulping down their potato soup.
I've got a show I'm taking to Broadway. Ever heard of the Vagina Monologues?
Well, I never quite got into the porno game, Sharon. Me? I don't like to commute to the valley.
It's theater, you dumb shit. And I'm doing all 3 parts myself. I'm calling it Sharon Stone's Vagina.
Bad news. You bet your ass it was. Someone put it into that starlet's head that she could act. Sharon Stone's Vagina. We've all seen it. It can't act either.
We're back with legendary producer Robert Evans. Now, before you did The Godfather, there was Love Story. Tell us about that.
Love Story. The little picture that could. Was Paramount chopping at the bit to make it? You better believe they weren't. But once that tear-jerky hit John Q. Popcorn, it was Bop-a-boo-hoo box office all the way.
And the critics loved it, too. I remember Vincent Canby said, I'm going to kill you, Homer. You are so dead. Now, Chinatown was a classic. We get problems with the sequel, The Two Jakes.
Oh, boy. Disappointed. I had the blues like Jason's had chili. I said to myself, Evans, you forgot Hollywood rule number 1. Kill Homer Simpson.
Hey, what's all the screaming? I'm about to have grammar school in the morning, you know. Maybe you should see a doctor, homie. A head doctor.
I'm not crazy. It's the TV that's crazy. Aren't you, TV? The crisis, Charlie Bludorn's birthday. The solution, a snappy banner. Out comes the phone, in flies Bobby Town, and 6 drafts later, I had myself...
We're here with Robert Evans, actor, producer,
former head of Paramount Pictures during probably its greatest period in the late 60s, early 70s. Also the author of a book, The Kid Stays in the Picture, about his life, which has recently been adapted into a film. We have a trailer for the film, which we'll look at right now.
Dream. Is it as good as it looks?
If you live by the sword, know damn well you could die by it.
And when it all came crashing down...
I've been shot down, bloody, accused, threatened, disgraced, betrayed. No one wanted me in the picture.
Rose to his feet again.
Tough? You bet it is. But I ain't complaining. Nothing comes easy.
The Kid Stays in the Picture.
I want to talk about the film and the book that is the inspiration for the film. But they're both about your life, so maybe we should start when you first got into the entertainment business. That was as an actor. How did you first become an actor?
I was an actor from the time I was 12 years old. I was in radio. I did varying radio shows called Radio Reader's Digest, Henry Aldridge, Let's Pretend. I did accents well. I was the best Nazi in town, doing Nazi accents on varying radio shows. The radio soap operas, basically, and Saturday morning shows called Let's Pretend was a big show. And I was out on that every Saturday. And then I tried to get theater work. I got a little theater work. And
wait, you started in radio, how old were you when you first got into radio?
At 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, I should say, not 12 o'clock. I wanted to be out of school at 12 o'clock so I could go out for my auditions. I started about the age of 12, and
How we doing? Give me the gun, please. Whatever happens from here on out, you won't need it anymore.
Can you get him for me? I'd be happy to wait. Harry, where the hell they got you? No kidding. Damn. I'm sorry, Harry. I just wanted to talk to you about a few things. Right. Get some rest. I'll check in later. No, nothing urgent. Don't worry about it. Just get rest. And Harry, do me a favor. Beat this thing. All right, brother. Later.
Well, Sharonda, it was nice talking to you. Max, you said it yourself. Ray wants Ordell. He doesn't give a shit about the money. The money won't convict him. Guns will.
You're rationalizing.
Well, that's what you do to go through with the shit you start. You rationalize. I can do it, Max. I know I can. I just can't do it without you.
It's cold.
Excuse me, baby. Do you know what time it is?
My man ain't got no watch.
Could work.
Meet him. I'm proud to have him on the show. Robert Forster. Here, Robert, have a beer.
Joe Bob.
Good to see you at last.
Mighty pleased to be here, I'm telling you.
All right. What about Reflections in a Golden Eye? That is quite an impressive way to break into the business, acting with Elizabeth Taylor and Marlon Brando, directed by John Huston. How did that happen?
Well, you know, I'll set it up here. Early in my career, I never imagined I was going to be an actor. I was going to be a lawyer. I studied history and psychology at the University of Rochester. But in my senior year, I got involved in this play, and I thought to myself, I don't want to be a lawyer. I think I'd rather be an actor. I wonder how you do it. Got a little experience, went to New York. After about a year, I get this play, Broadway play, two-character play, Mrs. Dally Has a Lover. We stayed on Broadway for a couple of months.
And that was with
Arlene Francis and Ralph Meeker, and after this play was over, they make a deal for me out at 20th Century Fox. Big deal, you know. I'm going to California. I got married. I drove to California. I wasn't there 2 days when I get this call from the agent. He says, "You know who John Huston is?" I say, "Well, no, I don't." He says,
So the bases will be loaded, and the pitcher, Scott Sanderson, not a bad hitting pitcher, will step up there. Yeah, it doesn't seem to make any difference who pitches for the Cubs against Montreal. Every one of their hitters seems to know exactly what he's going to get. A ball and a strike. There's a high fly ball, deep right center, way back. Might be out of here. It is a grand slam for Scott Sanderson, the pitcher. Holy cow. That's his first home run of the year, and maybe of his career, probably is.
the silent treatment in the dugout. Look at that. Nobody's congratulating him. There they go.
Lynch checking the lead runner, Manuel. Down ball right. Stop.
You got to run.
A run. Gets it out at first base. 3-1 ball game. Spire at third. Carter gives it a ride, left field, and that ball is going to be out of here.
Base hit.
Base hit to right. Manuel will hold at second against the arm of Ellis Valentine. 1 out. Drive toward right center. That's in the gap. Heels to score the go-ahead run. Wallace Johnson to third. Expos 4-3 on Wallace Johnson's triple. Kingman gives it a ride to left. Francona back.
Nice
Terry
play.
Francona. There it is, 8-2. Cardinals leading the Pirates.
Should be 2 right here.
1.
Yep.
That's all.
Tough chance for Flynn.
Drive down toward the right field line, and that's in play. The Expos lead 5-3.
For the Yankees way back in the 50s. I'm going to
There's
ask
a
you
long
for dates
drive
there.
to
That's
left
gone.
field. That might be out of here. It is.
Oh.
And drilled it over the fence. Kingman.
Lovable day.
Kingman and Reardon are good buddies. They were when they were Mets. Now Reardon trying to get him out. Uh-oh. A lazy fly ball to left. Francona went back. Will he get to it? He does.
There it is.
Expos win the second half. The whole team out on the field. Look at the celebration out there. My goodness. What a ball game. Look at Ramari. Ramari dancing.
Ray
out
Burris
there.
giving Jim Fanning the hug, and now Carter the congratulations. Must be a
Right.
great thrill. Duke, you've been through it many, many times.
Coming in. Well, this will be quite a clubhouse. There's
Jeffrey.
Reardon.
Today you will meet 2 outstanding former Major League pitchers, Mike Moore, who starred with Seattle before becoming a World Series winner for the Oakland A's, and Scott Sanderson, whose pitching career spanned 18 big league seasons as they examined the fundamentals of putting.
Hello and welcome to another session of CGA Celebrity Golf. I'm Mark Everly, director of the CGA. Joining me today, Scott Sanderson and Mike Moore, 2 former Major League Baseball pitchers. Join us as we take a look at the putting stroke. Scott.
Yes.
Let's see what you got, man.
I'll show you how strong I can be. How's that?
Okay. That means you're not going to be short of the hole?
Oh, see that putt over there that didn't go in?
Uh-huh.
This one might go near it.
Let's see. All right, all right. Nice up. That's what that's called, nice up.
That's a side by each.
We're going to take a look today at 3 basics of the putting stroke. It's what I've always taught everyone. It's the 3 things I've always focused on. Outside of that, as we talked, you can make it as personal as you want. We're not going to put you in a box and say it has to be done like this. What we're going to do is give you 3 basic elements that I guarantee you, if you incorporate these things into your putting stroke, you're going to make more putts and you're going to get better. First, priority. Let's get a golf ball 3 feet from the hole.
Go ahead, Mike.
This is a cute one. You're going to enjoy this. Your honors, 3 feet up here.
Your Honor,
Bring
Your
it
Honor.
up here.
3 feet.
This is where you can't miss from, right?
You've never seen me putt.
Well, first of all, 3 feet
there. No?
That's good.
Okay.
Okay. What we're talking about is the reason we put you 3 feet from the hole. Get over your ball, get ready to putt. Now, out of the corner of your eye, without moving your head, can you see the hole?
Yes, sir, I can.
The reason we do this is so you're not tempted to what we call peek before you make your putting stroke. Because one of the critical things in your putting stroke is eliminate any unnecessary motion. And for most of us anyways, the bad news is our head's attached to our shoulders. So if I move my head, I'm moving my shoulders, which moves the putter, and I'm going to miss putts. So what we're looking at is, what we want to do is we practice from 3 feet and we teach ourselves to be stationary with the putting stroke. So go ahead and hit one. Now, I would think, out of the corner of your eye, if you see the hole, he shouldn't be looking, should he, Scott? Let's see if he keeps his head still. It's hard to do, isn't it?
Yes, it is hard to do.
It's very hard to do. Believe it or not, it's tough. It sounds very simple, but it's really a major cause for a lot of missed putts.
That's a bad stroke.
One more time. No, you're
the
fine.
right correction there.
You're fine.
A little overcorrection.
You're fine. Really, and when you're working on a drill like this, don't worry so much about what's happening out there. Excellent. Now, bring it back here, and this is what you should do. Hit 3 or 4 from 3 feet, bring it back to 10 or 12 where you're looking down. Now you can't see the hole. It's a little different perspective. So the temptation is to look quicker, but you're trying to teach yourself to be stationary and not do that. Excellent. Very good putt.
So my head stayed there then.
Good putt. Good putt. Scott, your turn.
You want me to go up close?
I want you to do the same thing.
Okay.
We're going to punish both of you today.
That's fine. Is this 3 feet, Coach?
That's close. 3 feet's not easy,
3 feet.
Especially when they've been gimmies for 3 years.
It's 3 feet from somewhere. How was that?
Mike, how did he do?
Well, I was watching his line. I didn't look at his head.
Well, I think...